Hello everybody, it's Patrick, your friendly neighborhood shaman. And I am down here at the Cedar River where I come to do my pipe ceremony. How beautiful is that? The skies look a little foreboding, but I am going to risk it. I came down to do pipe ceremony. Yeah, because it has been a rough couple days for me. I have a hard time. Yesterday, I gave myself permission to not get off the couch. So I laid on the couch all day and watched Christmas movies. But I was the whole time, I still wrestle with that sense of guilt or like not fully resting. And I don't know if you struggle with that too, but by the end of the day I actually felt a little worse than I did at the beginning of the day. So I've been wrestling with that. Feel a little better today, but I thought number one, I needed to expand my horizons. I needed to get outside. And number two, like I'm always telling everyone else, alignment is the most important thing. And this is how I get aligned. It's coming down here to the river and doing sacred pipe ceremony. This is my church. And it's amazing all the resistance from, it's like, oh, it might rain, it's so gloomy, blah, 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 and it's amazing the resistance that stands between us and doing what would add to our highest and best good, right? And so I finally mustered my energy and came on down and realizing that despite all the resistance, despite all the stuff that gets in the way, like when I come down here, when I actually spend the energy and the time to come down here and do ceremony, it changes everything. Just that being in alignment, it's like when we can do that every day, like I always recommend people doing some kind of spiritual practice first thing in the morning, last thing at night, just to kind of bookend your day in connecting to spirit. But truthfully, I'm not always the best at that either, yesterday being a case in point. So yeah, I came down here to sit in nature, to align, to let go of all obligations and responsibilities, and just connect and commune with nature, to turn the outer senses off and turn it into my inner senses and connect. And it's amazing, like everything is loud and squelching in your ear, and as soon as you can sit and tune in inward, it's like, doesn't necessarily all go away, but a lot of it does. A lot of the things that you worry about before you do that, just they don't even exist anymore. It's like, oh yeah, I have to do that, I have to call that person, and I have to go there, blah, blah, blah. And then when you're done with your meditation or spiritual practice, whatever it is, it's like, oh, I don't need to do that. I'm fine. I'm perfect just the way I am, and the universe is unfolding in perfect harmony, and I can trust the unfoldment. Even when the world seems to be going crazy, I can still trust the universe is unfolding in perfect harmony. And that doesn't mean that it's a passive thing. Oh, well, everything happens for a reason. I'm just gonna, not do anything. part of that, the universe unfolding in perfect harmony, is trusting your heart when your heart tells you to do something, right? It's like we're not just passive participants. Like I always use the example of that the world is not like a Barbie dream house and we're all these dolls walking through it. Like there's this objective reality and we're just walking through it, not really connected to it at all. But reality is more like a Rubik's Cube, where everything you do, every time you change position, you change the relationship to all things. Everything changes. And so yes, the universe is unfolding in perfect harmony, but you're part of that harmony. And by doing what your heart asks you to do, by continuing to follow your bliss, by doing what is joyful, helping your neighbors, your friends, that is part of the universe unfolding in perfect harmony. There is no separation. So by doing that, by taking care of yourself, doing what you are called to do, the universe unfolds in perfect harmony, right? So be easy on yourself. You don't have to save the world. You just have to take care of yourself. And by doing that, the world will take care of itself, right? The world doesn't need to be saved. The world needs to be loved. I saw that on a meme someplace. But be good to yourself. Know that this is a tumultuous time to be alive. And if you weren't part of the bigger scheme, you wouldn't be here. You have something to add to this time. You have something to add to humanity, to getting us over this. What I see, this is almost like, I was thinking about this the other day, that this whole election thing and all of that is part of a healing crisis. It's like when you start to heal and all of a sudden you get even sicker, or like a shamanic, like in shamanism, traditionally, before one becomes a shaman, there is a shamanic illness. And that illness takes that individual to the brink of death. And then they have a choice whether to be healed and come back and be a shaman, or to continue on. And there's no judgment either way. It's always your choice. But that illness, that crisis, that shamanic illness, that's what this whole thing seems to be, that this is the darkness before the dawn, that this is the choice point, and we can choose to either let our world end, which I don't think is going to happen, or to utilize the darkness as the womb, the uncertainty as the womb of the cosmic mother that holds every possibility, every probability, every future, and go toward that future of light and joy and unity and optimism. We have the choice right now. Nothing is over. Nothing. And nothing has changed. I said this yesterday in a video. Law of attraction still holds. All the ways that we manifest for ourselves still holds. Love is still love. Truth is still truth. Continue manifesting your best life. Don't let what's going on politically, etc., to cause you to dim your light. Yes, be safe if you need to be safe. If it's not safe for you to be out loud, then do it quietly and just manifest your best life, and you'll be amazed at how the rest of the world falls into step, falls into place. This is like a festering wound where the fever is burning off the toxins. The toxins are coming to the surface to be burned off so that the main body can return to health. Nature always moves toward well-being, always turns toward healing. And it's no different with the human race. We're not separate from the world. We're not separate from the earth. Her cycles are our cycles. And yes, this is a daunting thing, but we are going to do it. I have every faith. And I am going to continue to find joy like this coming down to the river, not in resistance to what's going on and what we're being forced to do, but because I have the power to change where I focus my attention. And I choose to focus it with nature, with my inner growth, and I am not stopping. I couldn't if I wanted to. I couldn't stop my forward motion, my spiritual growth, even if I wanted to. So don't let them cause you to dim your light. Don't let them cause you to fear. They thrive on fear. And it's so funny with the English language. It's a language of duality, so it's really hard not to talk in terms of us and them, but in reality, there is no them. There is no they. There is only we. And the same divinity that we are finding in ourselves, all of us on a spiritual path, that same power within us, that exists in every person. Every person. And as we continue to grow, that's why this is coming out so loud right now, because as we continue to grow, this isn't a sign that we're doing something wrong or the world's going to hell. This is a sign of healing. It's like all the unwanted things are pooling because they have to stick to each other in order to survive. And it's a last gasp effort. But as we continue to rise and to grow and to brighten, we are shifting everybody. There is no they. There's only we. So, anyway, thank you for listening. I'm going to do my pipe ceremony just in case it starts to rain, but it's looking less and less like rain. But thank you for coming along on this short little walk and listening to my ramblings. I love you, I see you, and I honor you. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, and go shining. All right, bye.